Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist and today doing an Unchained deck profile. So I'm really excited to do something for you guys because this deck is an extremely powerful deck that is off the chain. So without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell there so you can become part of the notification squad, and definitely check out the Patreon in the description below for all those awesome rewards. Like in your name, description, every single video, getting assigned cards in the mail, and even getting to request a deck profile every single month to your Patreon. So without further ado, let's get straight on into this. So first off, we're playing 3 copies of Aruha. Aruha is definitely a 3 out of the build and an absolutely amazing card in this deck. This card actually lets you target a card you control, and then you destroy the targeted card, and if you do, special summon this card from your hand, which is a great effect to be able to work with your Unchained cards, because they all float into other Unchained cards when they're destroyed by card effects. This card also has the ability, if this card is destroyed by battle by card effect, you can actually special summon an Unchained monster from your hand or deck, which is an insane ability to instantly bring out the exact card that you need. We then play a single copy of Rikeya. Rikeya is great in the deck, but I feel like 1 copy is really all you need. This card is really a quick effect. You can actually target a card you control and destroy it, which is a great effect to help you pop cards on your side of the field. And also, if this card is destroyed by battle or by a card effect, it floats into another Unchained monster. We then play a single copy of Saruma. Saruma is definitely a 1-up in the build and an insane combo piece in the deck that has the ability to let you target an Unchained card in the graveyard, and then you get to set it to your side of the field, then destroy a card you control, which is an insane effect to be able to use. Basically get one of your trap cards back to your side of the field and then pop a card on your side of the field to help you float into other Unchained cards. We then play a single copy of Shavara. Shavara is amazing in this deck. I really wish this card would come back to 3, but it's an insane card to be able to play in the deck as a 1-up. As during the main phase, if this card is in your hand, quick effect, you can actually target a Fiend monster or a face down card you control and destroy it. And if you do, special summon this card, but while it's face on the field in the monster zone, you cannot special summon except for Fiend, which is totally fine because it's really always summoned in the deck anyways. Also, this card has the ability, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can actually set an Unchained spell or trap directly from your deck, which is an insane ability to get the exact card you want on your side of the field, like a copy of Abominable Chamber or Escape. We then play a single copy of Shayama. Shayama is really good in the deck to help us basically go in for our rank 6 plays, because this card is a really cool ability to let you target a card that you control and destroy it, then destroy a spell or trap on the field, and if this card's in the graveyard, you can actually target 1 Fiend monster or a face down card you control and destroy it, and if you do, special summon this card, but place it on the bottom of the deck when it leaves the field. This card is insane because it helps you go in for link plays, and it also helps you go in for your rank 6 plays, which is absolutely amazing. So this card is definitely a 1 in the build, but not a card you want to see in your opening hand. You basically want to combo into this card. We then play a single copy of Disaster. Disaster is so cool in this deck as a 1-up. As this card helps you link summon into your cards, because this card has the ability you can target a face-up monster your opponent controls, and immediately as results, link summon a Dark Link monster using only this card you control, and that opponent's monster as a material, which helps you go in for copies of Rage, or any of your other Link monsters you might want to go into. This card is definitely a 1 in the build and so easy to summon. We then play a single copy of Abominable Unchained Soul. This card is so good as a main deck boss monster and can end games on its own. This card is absolutely broken. You can only special summon this card once per turn, and if this card, or if a card you control is destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. And if this card is special summoned, you discard a card and non-targeting destroy a card on the field, which is such a powerful effect to help you pop a card on the field. And also once per turn during the end phase, if this card's in the graveyard because it was destroyed on the field and sent to the grave this turn, you can special summon this card but place it on the bottom of the deck when it leaves the field, which is a really cool effect to just bring it back to your side of the field. Plus this card comes out at 3,000, so it's massive. We then play 3 copies of Tour Guide from the Underworld. Tour Guide is definitely a 3-out in the build because this card just basically starts all of your plays by normal summoning this card out. You can basically summon out your copy of Fiendish Rhino Warrior to your side of the field, and it's just amazing to be able to use them as link material, as Fiendish Rhino Warrior will actually send a Fiend monster from your deck to the graveyard when it does touch the graveyard, which helps you with a lot of your plays in this deck, and it's just a really cool card overall in this build to help you get the exact card you need in the graveyard, while also going in for like a link to play. We then play 3 copies of Fiendsmith Engraver. Fiendsmith is amazing in this deck and such a powerful card overall in this build to be able to use. Is this card is ability to discard this card and then add a Fiendsmith spell or trap from your deck to your hand, which is going to add your copy of Track directly from your deck to your hand. And also target a Fiendsmith equip card you control and a monster on the field and send them to the graveyard. And if this card's in the graveyard, you can shuffle one other light fiend monster from your grave back into the deck or the extra deck and then special summon this card, which you're usually just going to shuffle back either a copy of Lacrima, another copy of this card, or your copy of Moon, which is just really cool to be able to do to get the exact monster you want on your side of the field so you can keep going in for your plays. We then play a single copy of Lacrima. Lacrima is really good in this deck. This card is basically a foolish barrel for Fiendsmith. As if this card is normal or special summon, you can send a Fiendsmith card from your deck to the graveyard. And then also during your opponent's turn, if this card's in the grave, quick effect, you can target a Fiendsmith Link in the grave, shuffle this card in the deck, and do special summon that Link monster to your side of the field, which get Requiem back on your side of the field. So at the end of your combos, you always want to leave this card in the graveyard with your copy of Requiem so you can bring Requiem back during the opponent's turn. We then play a single copy of Lurie. Lurie is really good as a 1-of in the deck to be able to use your copy of Track, because you're basically going to use your copy of Track to be able to search this card, discard your copy of Lurie, and then once you do, you'll just bring out your copy of Requiem, because this card special summons itself when it's discarded, which is really cool. We then play 3 copies of Ash Blossom. Ash Blossom's amazing in this build just to stop the opponent from touching the deck. And then we play 2 copies of Nibiru. Nibiru's amazing in this build just to basically break your opponent's board. So that's it for the monsters, guys. Let's get into the spells. So for the spells, we're going to be playing 2 copies of Triple Tactics Thrust. Thrust is really good as a 2-of in the build to get the exact card that you need, and this card can actually get to cards like Triple Tactics Talent or your copy of Fiendsmith Track, which is absolutely amazing. We then play 2 copies of Talents. Talents is amazing in the deck as a 2-of because you can basically just use this card to draw 2 cards, take control of an opponent's monster, or look at your opponent's hand, and choose a card from it and shuffle it in the deck, basically dealing with a hand trap before they even use it, which is really cool. We then play 2 copies of Fiendsmith's Tract. Track is really good as a 2-of in the build because this card lets you basically search your copy of Lurie from your deck to your hand, discard it, and then Lurie will special summon itself to your side of the field, and then you basically go full Fiendsmith combos. So this card is just absolutely broken in the deck. We then play 3 copies of Abomination's Prison. Abomination's Prison is amazing as a 3-of because this card is basically Rhoda for your Unchained, letting you add the exact Unchained card you want from your deck to your hand, which is really cool. This card actually searches any Unchained card in the entire deck. It doesn't just search the monsters, which is absolutely broken and just amazing about this card. So that's it for the spells, guys. Let's get into the traps. So for the traps, we're going to start off with 2 copies of Abominable Chamber. Abominable Chamber is really good as a 2-of build, basically a monster reborn for the deck. This card lets you special summon an Unchained monster from your hand or graveyard, and if this set card is destroyed by a card effect, you can actually special summon an Unchained monster from your deck, which is an amazing ability to instantly get the exact card you want on your side of the field. We then play 3 copies of Escape of the Unchained. Escape is definitely a 3-of in the build, and an absolutely broken card that helps you pop cards on the field. I think you can target an Unchained monster you control and a card on the field and destroy both those cards, which will make your Unchained cards go off. But also this card has the ability, if this set card is destroyed by a card effect, you can special summon an Unchained monster from your deck, which is an absolutely broken ability that basically your copy of Abominable Chamber and Escape both share, that if they're destroyed, you get to special summon an Unchained to your side of the field. We then play 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. Infinite Impermanence is amazing as a 3-of in the build to basically just stop your opponent's monster effects and also lock down entire columns of spells and traps. So that's it for the main deck, guys. Let's get in to the extra deck. So for the extra deck, we're going to start off with Yama. Yama is probably one of the most broken Link monsters ever created for Fiends. And this card is absolutely insane that if it's special summoned, you can add an Unchained monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand, which is a really powerful deck to be able to grab your copy of Shavara, which is absolutely insane. Also, if a card you control is destroyed by battle or by card effect, While this card's in the grave, you can actually banish this card and then special summon a fiend monster from your hand or graveyard, and then destroy a card you control, which is absolutely broken. Plus, this card is generic, it just requires 2 fiend monsters. We then played 2 copies of Rage. Rage is absolutely insane, and basically a triple interruption, is you're going to go in for your copy of SP using this card and opponent's monster, which is once. Then SP is a double interruption on its own, which is absolutely insane, that this one card basically turns into 3 interruptions. And it's a really awesome card in the deck, because it helps you link away your opponent's cards to go in for your link plays like SP Little Knight. We then play a single copy of Anguish. Anguish is really good to go into as well, because this card actually helps you go in for more link plays. But this card is not a quick effect like Rage. Rage is actually a quick effect, so you can link summon during your opponent's turn. Anguish is actually just a regular effect. You can activate it during your turn to be able to link summon using an opponent's monster, plus this card to help you go in for a dark link monster like your copy of Unchained Abomination. Abomination is definitely a one in the deck, because this card pops 3 cards for absolutely no reason, which is insane. This card's ability, if a card on the field is destroyed by a card effect, except by this card's effect, you can actually target a card on the field and destroy it. When another monster on the field is destroyed by battle, target a card on the field and destroy it. And just during the end phase, because target a card on the field and destroy it, which is absolutely broken. We then play a single copy of Agnum Day. Agnum Day is really insane in the deck for the Fiendsmith engine, and I absolutely love this card in the deck because it helps out so much in the build to make your copy of Desiree absolutely massive. And this card is so cool in the deck as a 1-up, and just an absolutely amazing card to basically just bring out to your side of the field. And it's so easy to combo into to make your copy of Desiree massive and turn it into like a 5 negate, which is absolutely broken. We then play a single copy of Sequence. Sequence is really good in the deck to help you fusion summon into the exact cards that you need, like your copy of Desiree, and it's just really cool in the deck overall as a 1-up. We then play a single copy of Requiem. Requiem basically starts all of your Fiendsmith combos, because all you have to do is link away 1 light fiend monster to be able to make this card, and it's absolutely broken to basically make this card, tribute it, summon out your copy of Lacrima. Once you summon out Lacrima, you can basically equip this card from the graveyard and send your copy of Fiendsmith to the graveyard, and then you summon out Necroquip using Lacrima on your side of the field that's equipped with your copy of Requiem, so that you can go full combo, which is absolutely broken and so easy to do in this deck. We then make a single copy of SP. SP is so cool in the deck and very easy to go into using your copy of Rage, because you'll basically go in for your copy of Rage and then link away Rage and an opponent's monster into SP, and since you used a monster that was basically from the extract, you can use your copy of SP to banish an additional card during the opponent's turn, turning it into a double interruption. And whenever they activate something, you can use SP to banish another card and itself, which is broken, that your copy of Rage turns into a 3-card negate, which are basically a 3-card interruption. Not really a negate, but basically a 3-card interruption, which is so cool. We then play a single copy of Moon of the Closed Heaven. Moon is really good in the deck as a 1-0 to help you go in for your Fiendsmith engine, because any 2 monsters basically equal Fiendsmith, which is absolutely insane. If you normal summon out your copy of Tour Guide, bring out Fiendish Rhino Warrior, and then basically link them away for this, you can go in for your Fiendsmith engine because you make this, and then you step into your copy of Requiem, which is so easy to do. We play a single copy of Mudracker. Mudracker is really good because you can you basically discard a card and then target a fiend in the graveyard and special summon it back to your side of the field, which is a great ability to bring out the exact card you need. 1 copy of High King Caesar. Caesar is a double negate and so easy to make in the deck. 1 copy of Desiree. Desiree is insane because this card gets absolutely massive on your side of the field, and is also a negate for every single link monster that's equipped to it times their link rating. So if you have your copy of, say, Sequence and Agnum Day equipped to this card, which usually you do in this deck, you can actually get a 5 negate on the field, which is insane to be able to do, but it's all at once. It's not I negate this, and then I negate this, and then I negate this. You have to do it all at once, like a copy of Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity, or not King Calamity, but Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, where you actually target all the cards at once and then negate them, which is really cool to be able to do, but it's an insane card to be able to make. And then finally play a single copy of Necroquip. Necroquip is really good in the deck as a 1-up to basically just make in the deck so you can have an additional level 6 on your side of the field, and it's so easy to do in this build. So that's it for the deck, guys. I hope you enjoyed. This deck is so fun to be able to play. If you guys have never played an Unchained deck before, you should definitely give this deck a try. It's absolutely broken. So fun to be able to play, and it's very, very fun to be able to just link summon to the exact cards that you need, and basically use your opponent's cards to link summon, which is amazing. So that's going to be for this one, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell there so you can become part of notification squad, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys.